Hi. Just kidding. Hi, lovers. Welcome to Relationships and More. We're your hosts, Cam
and Jay.
And today's topic is actually a surprise one. We really didn't plan on doing one, but
no, he didn't. No, he didn't at all. He didn't.
But
coming home talking about, I'm ready to do a podcast.
Right.
And I'm like, what? I haven't even made it email. Oh,
we have to, talk about some stuff. I felt like getting something off my chest. So I guess I'll start. So earlier today, I had actually made a video on YouTube expressing my depression. I guess on here y'all really didn't know that I was dealing with it, but yeah, it's very, it's a little embarrassing, but I'm trying to fight through it. My video was kind of sad today. It was like I actually kind of broke down a little bit. I don't even want to watch it myself. I feel
I feel like I should go and watch it.
Please don't.
To be like, now what was he talking about out here? Because I don't know if you out here telling YouTube a whole nother thing or the podcast a whole nother thing than what you telling me.
I mean, I'm just saying I'm not gonna lie, Nathan. But anyway, getting back to the story.
I mean, it's really on track with the story. So, I mean, you can really go into depth with it and talk about it if you want to.
Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and start. I mean, so, like, I basically was, kind of down, trying to figure out exactly what's wrong with me as far as my spirit just wasn't right with the job I currently have. And, well, had. Aha.
Now that's T.
Right. Just feeling just really, I don't know what's going on. What is it that's making my spirit so unsettling in this job that makes me feel like I can't go on? It actually has brought me to the point we've discussed, like how I just, I know I don't want to be suicidal, but it makes me feel like I'm letting everyone down. So why not just do the best thing at the moment that I think is best and just ending it all now? And then, of course, I eventually stepped out of it and realized that a lot of, I have a lot of people that love and care about me, but it's just, depression is real and it's hard. It's embarrassing, but at the same time, it exists. And
why you say it's embarrassing? Because you go through the depression on day-to-day basis. I know I used to have a problem with depression and stuff like that when I was a little bit younger because I didn't know who I wanted to be and stuff like that.
Right.
So I definitely had a depression streak for a long time.
I guess the reason for me, because I really don't know exactly, I didn't know where it stemmed from, like the depression, the anxiety and all of that. And I'm used to being the person that encourages. I'm used to being the happy, like I'm always smiling, I'm bubbly. So to go to this dark place,
yes he is. He's always happy.
Shut up.
Happy to bother me too.
To go to this dark place, it just felt, I guess that's why I felt embarrassing. I felt in the moment like I should know better. Like, why are you feeling like this? Like, it's stupid. You know what I mean? And just worried about, I don't know. I know my parents do not, like, they want me to be open and honest and be myself. But sometimes I also feel like, as I kind of went over in our last episode of I'm so overprotective of them. Like, I don't want it to be a situation like, oh God, what's going on with their son? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, I know I shouldn't feel like that. And the normal me would say, excuse me, y'all, but fuck whoever, got anything to say. But at the same time, it's just, I'm still just trying to figure out what's going on with myself and why do I feel like that. But as crazy as it was, I talked to my brother. My brother gave me encouraging words. I always talk to you about it. And I just, I got myself together. I text my trainer and to tell my supervisor I was going to be running late. Because I'm having an attack. Of course, my trainer was like, man, like, bro, if you don't feel good, just don't come in. But I was determined I was going to at least try to go to work, try to overcome it. So, as strangely as it was, I come in, and as I'm driving up there, I'm okay, I'm calm. I got gas. Once I got the gas and got back in there. Oh my god.
When he said he got gas,
it did kind of sound like I had a flatulence problem. No.
He got so high.
No.
He got so high where he was like, fuck it.
No.
Fuck the job.
No. I do not do that. No, get away from me.
No, I'm kidding. Like, as you can see, my nails, I don't like to mess with none of that stuff that gonna burn my nails and shit like that.
Right. I feel
my arm probably looks so weird on the camera, like.
So off topic.
I'm just saying. Well, technically, it's a surprise topic, so you can't really get off topic, but you can get off.
Anyways, filled my car up with gas, and the feeling it just randomly just started happening. It was like I can't even describe it. It was like as I'm trying to encourage myself, the negative energy is just pouring in, just like. You really gonna, you're gonna be okay for today, but what about tomorrow? You still got the rest of the week. You still got next week. You still got all this until you really get into what you're trying to do in life. So, fast forward, going to the building, thinking, just breathe. It's gonna be okay. Now, normally when I go into the building, I grab my pallet checklist as far as equipment or whatever to make sure everything is working correctly, and I actually go and grab the equipment. But today I was like, let me go to my supervisor to make sure he knows I'm here so he can clock me in. So I go to my supervisor's office, and I was like, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm here. And I also wanted to apologize for being late, but I was dealing, with having an attack, I'm here now. And he, as soon as I said that, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go. Just as plain as day. And as his look on his face, I'm thinking to myself, is he for real or is he just playing or what's going on? But as he kept talking, I realized, this is legit. He's serious. So I know naturally my reaction, it was just because I felt like it was my own fault. I mean, I felt like, even though I felt like the days that I missed at work, they were for my protection personally. That's how I feel. But I felt like he had to do what he had to do. And I couldn't blame him for that. I was like, well, thank you for the opportunity. But, I see where you're coming from. I respect your decision. And I left it at that. And the crazy thing about it, after that happened, it's like almost immediately the anxiety was gone. Not to say that it wasn't just maybe adrenaline just kicking in and I couldn't feel anything, but at the same time, it just really felt like a relief off of me to now try to be determined and focus on what it really is I need to be focused on. And I mean, still, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna try to look for a job because I have to have income, They can't pay everything by himself. This is a partnership, so, just saying.
I told him I might have to go to Atlanta, shake a little ass.
Now, what we not about to do, hustlers. I mean,
they were drunken them. They get their money.
But you know what? At the end of the day,
but at the end of the day, you do have to do what's good for you.
Right.
And I think the reason why you felt like, oh yes, I'm getting this weight lifted off your shoulder, because deep down you really didn't want to be there. You're just being there for the money, or you're just being there because that's not what you want to do full time. you want to do something else that entertains you, something that you look at as a career, you know, for your job, for the thing that you're gonna do. Because for you, that was just a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just a job for you. So, like, you're not going to look at it and be as passionate as somebody that's been working there for maybe 40 years, 20 years, 10 years, anything like that. So, I can understand why,
Yeah, and I also felt like, I don't know, just are my priorities in the right place? It's a lot of stuff that I have to put into consideration and think about, you know what I mean? Like, I know that I have to have something that we have to make money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have to live. But at the same time, it's like I finally put myself before a job. When I experienced this in my previous job, it was, you gotta deal with it. Just you can't screw this up. You can't fuck this
how I
up.
felt at Taco Bell. It's like every time I go in, something's wrong. The monitor down, people acting stupid, and sometimes it won't even be the people that just like drives you crazy. It's like the people that actually work there not doing their job. Now I got to do double the work. Now I have to do so and so, and it gets frustrating, especially when you know when the person knows the requirements and the things that they have to go through and do. Like at Taco Bell, we had to wash the dishes, tend to our customers, make sure lobby is clean, trash had to be taken out, all certain things like that. And it's stuff that you wouldn't think that you would have had to do in a restaurant, but you had to do it. Just like you have to go to the containment module. So they're like racks, big ass racks. Excuse my language. For everybody that don't curse out there, especially Miss. We'll get on that in a minute. But it's big old racks, and it's about probably like this big, and it carries like foods and beans and stuff like that. So you have to make sure those are clean, make sure it's not molding and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff that does go into it, but people wouldn't come into work. They do no call, no shows. They let them bitches slide by doing anything. Shoot, one guy was in there. He got the whole customer out, and he got to stay there.
Wow.
So priorities definitely are jumbled sometimes, and I understand that because this ain't my first rodeo. Taco Bell was not my first job. My first job I had was working at a oil stand selling oils and incense. The incense were $1 and the oils were $5. I was young. I was working there probably when I was about 8, 9, 10, and then I moved on to another job that I had, and I worked with a guy named Jersey, and he sold shirts, shorts, different stuff like that. And then I went on from that job, because all these jobs were in the Macon Indoor Flea Market. So I went on from that job to go, and I wiped the showcases. So for maybe like a year or two, I was doing showcases, and then she trusted me enough to let me into her store. And from then on, I became a watchmaker. I wasn't a watchmaker, but I was someone who I was basically the apprentice for the watchmaker. I could do little things like change batteries, do the links. I can still do all of that stuff now. Set G-Shock watches and all the fancy watches, stuff like that. And I also learned a few things about motion watches and stuff like that. So when I say, and I did that for 7 years. And then I went on that 7th year, I went and got a new job. And I did a lot of things at Taco Bell, and I worked there for 2 years, and now I'm sitting here and I'm at
the place that
I'm at now.
Right.
So,
and I want to make something perfectly clear, something that you said, and it's not directed towards you because I already know my work ethic, but it's just, I want to make sure that it's clear that I'm not lazy at all. Like, when I work a job, that's why I guess this situation is so new for me, because I've never been fired before. Like, I knew this was coming because, like, I've only been at this job for a month, and you know the calling out.
But
and
if you
everything.
mentally can't take something, you just can't take it. You can't take it.
Precisely, that's my point. Like, there's a difference between being lazy and mentally incapacitated. Like, for me, like, I started the workforce a little bit later than you. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for being, you know what I'm saying?
For me like that.
No, it come for me. I'm actually, kudos to you.
Okay,
but,
thank you, boo.
But at the end of the day, like, I've had jobs myself. I was in customer service for like 7 years. And my previous job that I left before this one, I was making like $21 an hour. So the fact that
that's the big daddy chicks.
I'm trying to tell you, man, like, seriously.
Big daddy, big mama, whoever you is, you getting them chicks.
Like, I went and I quit. I felt like my spirit just was not there. I felt like I was dealing with all of the anxiety and all of that because there just wasn't exactly. Mm-hmm. And so I moved to this job, and I'm thinking, like, I moved to this job because maybe this is what I need. And then the same thing happened. So I guess for me, it's trusting the process. At the end of the day, like, I might have to make a few, fuck ups. I might have to, hiccups. Sorry.
Child, again, you don't curse.
But like,
oh my God.
You know what? Yeah, scratch all that. This is supposed to be real.
It's having a real
unedited discussion.
We don't say
it, yeah.
But at the same time, we still have respect.
Right, so. Right. But for me, it's like, I understand that it's okay. I feel like another part of my lesson for my life is it's okay to mess up.
Yes,
he's the first one to tell. He's the first one that will tell you
He needs a big way of calling that.
I have a problem with failing. I have a problem, my control issues, because in my brain is set up and programmed, you can't mess up. You mess up, you suck. You mess up, you fail. That's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Instead of giving myself enough credit to understand that you are human, it is in your nature to fail. You learn by failure, and I'm still learning that. So at the end of the day, this is a minor setback. I actually have an interview with another job this Friday. So maybe that is what, excuse
me, it smells like oranges if you want to know.
Anyway, but like, this job may be for me, it may not be for me. I'm not really sure, but all I can say is just, oddly enough, I don't know, I just feel I don't feel down. I don't feel depressed about losing the job. It was so crazy because as I was on the way home, I was thinking to myself, I actually heard you saying, it's a job. There are plenty of jobs out there.
Damn job. Exactly. I always tell them that. I was like, it's a job. Yeah. It's not something that you want to do. It's just like I was telling you about, okay, so Cam works on music. Cam makes beats. He can also sing too. Like, I can sing and rap. But what I'm saying is, sometimes you need a job to be your primary sometimes. Right. And what you want to do as far as a career, it takes time to work on it. So you have to make sure that's an alternate.
Right.
So sometimes you have to switch them out. Just like on the weekends and you off, that alternate needs to become your priority.
Right.
It needs to become your primary. Priority and primary.
Right.
Everything you do before that, it don't even matter. But what you're doing right now, is what's really going to matter, because if you want that alternate to become your primary permanently, you got to work towards it. You have to earn it.
Exactly.
And you want people to know you made music, promote that shit. You got to, boost it.
And that's the biggest thing for me that I've had to learn over the years. Like, I'm just, like, y'all, I've been, like, music has been in me since birth, I believe. Because music is in my family, like, it's in my bloodline. But I've been, as far as creating my own music, like my own tracks since college. And that was, I started back, 2009, 2010, something, no, 2009, 10 years ago. So this has been something that I felt like was going to be a part of my life for over a decade. And it's like, I've gone through obstacles. I've gone through situations where I felt like, man, my music is hitting. It's on point. You know, it is what it is.
But I listened to that track that you have on Spotify. Commitment.
Yeah. But like
that beat is something. It's something serious. I want to get on that beat.
Appreciate
really
it,
but me on it.
Yeah, but I mean, years of it not happening for me, it just felt like that's when the native energy was born. Like, not being patient to wait on it when it's supposed to happen. Like, a lot of stuff that has happened, you know, just like it was somebody was supposed to, they were managing someone here in Macon and was saying that, you know, let me set you up, you know what I'm saying, with my boy or whatever, because he sings or whatever. So I want to, like...
I know this story. That's why you hear me turning around and you see me turning around. I'm like, oh my God. No, I'm just saying because it's tea. So, like, I'm turning around like, ooh.
So, anyways, like... I was excited. You know, I just came home from college from being financially terminated, because that's a whole nother story. You know who you are.
Ooh.
But
ooh, you run across this old nasty YouTube video, you gonna say something.
But no, guys,
you gonna say that's some of my dog.
But seriously, all honesty though, just coming out of you know, college or whatever, coming back home, trying to, you know, get back on my music thing or whatever. And I'm excited because I'm thinking, you know, this person is like serious. Like, we texting back and forth. He like, you know, you want to meet me here or whatever. Now, of course, my brother came with me because he was just like, you know what I'm saying, just making sure all this legit. You know, of course, my bigger brother is, you know, trying to protect his little brother, making sure ain't nobody trying to take advantage. So... we get to the meetup spot or whatever, and you know, the guy just seems like he's like into it or whatever, like into the music, and he was like, you look like you done wrote something for this particular song I was playing for him. And of course back then I was way more shy than I am now, so back then I would not sing the song to save my life, but he actually liked the beat and he was interested and he showed interest. So from my perspective, I'm like, okay, this artist is showing me interest, but at the end of the day, I still have to talk to his manager. So, you know, I let some time, you know, slide by or whatever, because again, I understand I can't just expect for somebody to just completely, okay, here's the check for you for your beats, that's it. I know it's a process. Yes, but as time went on, I got in contact with the person that was managing that artist, and as I'm trying to follow up with him, like, you know, like, hey, I'm just trying to check, you know, what's going on with your boy, like, I thought he was interested, you know, like, are y'all still in? And he pretty much, the only thing he had for me was, that between y'all, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, you gonna have to catch him. You gonna check up with him.
You talking about the manager?
Yeah, that's what the manager told me. And I'm just like...
no comment.
Okay, that's unprofessional, but okay. And that moment, I was upset. Right. You manage your artist. You make the decisions for your artist because, again, you are a manager. You know what sells. So even if you felt that my music wasn't what he needed in his life, you should have told me that. Or you should have just told me he's not interested anymore. He's found something else that's fine. At the end of the day, y'all, I'm very big on professionalism. I know I've done some things that might have been out of pocket, but when it comes to stuff like this, just tell me, you know? So since that moment, I've just kind of felt like, man, when is it gonna happen? Like, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like the things that I produce the tracks that I make, I feel like they are somewhat different. They don't sound exactly the same as everything that's on the radio, but at the same time, it still has a feel where you can jam to it, where it's just like, oh, I'm feeling that beat, you know, that's that type of beat, you know what I'm saying? But it has Cam's flavor to it, you know what I mean? And just, I'm thinking that, you know, hey, I'm ready for this. But apparently, God or the universe or whatever you believe in did not have that plan for me at that time. So, you know, I ventured to other stuff, but I guess because of all those years collectively, me still waiting, knowing that music is my passion and it's what I want to do with the rest of my life, but it not happening for me, it's like, fast forward now, that makes me feel afraid. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel like doubting. And I know I can't doubt, definitely not now because I've come too close, too far. But it just, it's just the me still trying to trust the process, being patient.
I like how you're shaking this thing. Oh my God!
I'm not even gonna say anything.
You know, I was just saying how you were shaking the table.
This just shaking the table. No, but like I'm like I said, I'm starting to get better. I'm starting to just like let things
be more laid back about certain stuff.
I do,
because that's how you beat depression, and that's how you beat suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. You gotta be more laid back about certain stuff. Oh, that bitch talking shit, I don't care.
Right.
Instead of being so controlled. Hey, you know I don't give a fuck, right? You know I don't care,
and
right? I sure will.
That is jail.
I'll go tap on that window.
Right, and this is me.
Hello.
Come on, stop it. You need to go.
Me, I will beat your ass. Don't play with me. I definitely don't play. And speaking about us doing this podcast and not playing, we gonna talk about Miss Miller.
Oh,
for just a little moment, then we can get back on track.
Okay.
So, Miss Miller, I called her and I asked her, you know, can I borrow some money or whatever? Can I have $25, girl? She was like, yeah, you can get that tomorrow. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. She said, I already know what you want it for. I said, what I want it for, Miss Miller? She said, I heard you want it for, I know you want it for a game.
Oh,
I said, oh, you ain't gonna sit here and read me like a book, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
And so we just got to talking back and forth, and then she was like, I heard you were doing the podcast, so I seen your podcast. And she was like, I kept trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to send you a link to it because I know, my mom's very supportive. She actually was rocking with it. She was like, I had actually seen a few of your videos on YouTube.
Look out, girl.
Yeah, Davy J's Rainbow. I had actually seen a few of your videos on YouTube, and I was like, oh, okay, thank you, Mom. You want to give me the view? Give me that one extra view?
Oh, my God.
She was saying how she wanted to come and listen to the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She actually said she wanted to come and listen to the podcast. I told her, Mom, which one you got? Do you have Spotify, Google Music, blah, blah, blah. So now we're going to be talking about how we're going to get her set up to watch our podcast.
Ms. Miller, I'm telling you right now, you or any other person, including my parents or anything, we apologize, but this is explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm going to start saying that. Viewer discretion is advised. There will be slight explicitness.
There is nothing slight about this explicitness, and you know it.
It is pretty slight.
It's not slight at all.
Yes, it is.
It's full explicitity.
Back to the story.
But yeah, like I'm still in the process of like really trying to let go of my control. It's so weird because as I started thinking about things and trying to dig deeper into myself, like what's really going on with me, well, I started thinking, is it possible that I still have low self-esteem? Like, am I still so hard on myself because I'm still that little kid that, you know, was always teased and as I got older, you know, my mission was to prove to everyone that ever said anything negative about me, look where I'm at now, you know? And
yeah, but if you think like that, you probably
that I
get
was
to the
just
top because
right,
there's no humbleness in what you want to do.
And not only that, but it becomes you're not doing it because you want to be successful. You're doing it for payback, and that's not cool. So
now, if you're doing it and you do it for payback and you get to the top, kudos to you.
Right,
because honestly, that's a spit in them hoes' faces. But
right, but
it works for some people and it doesn't work for other people.
For me, consciously, I ain't even trying to be on that type of level. I'm not trying to be on that type of, you know, anything pertaining to that, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to live, I'm trying to love life. I'm trying to do big things, and honestly, doing this podcast with you, doing like actually inspired me to do.
Trying to butter me up.
No,
he's trying to butter me up.
I'm serious. Doing this as well, it inspired me to post those YouTube videos. As far as like, it's okay to be real.
You posted that video right after. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but and I tell you, he posted that video right after we did our last podcast.
Like, I'm just saying because it inspired me as far as like maybe me being real with the viewers will also give me the opportunity to be real with myself. Because I told you after we did it, I'm like, oh wow, I've never done anything like this before. As far as like the world is gonna see our life together. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know I have supportive family, but again, not everyone in my family knows about my partnership. So it's kind of like a situation. For me, it's just a new experience. I've never done anything like this. But again,
everybody that I care about knows. And if they find it,
number one, and number two, you can't keep love a secret. Eventually it's gonna come out, you know.
It's gonna tear that
and
ass
for me,
when
for me, it's just like at the end of the day, and let's see, random again. We're going to a whole nother discussion. For me, I feel like love has no gender. Is that how you feel?
Well, yeah.
You know, like so many people, you know, you're not. That's so wrong. That's so weird. How do you love another guy and you're a guy? You know what I'm saying? Or you a female? How do you fall in love with another female? And it's, for me, it's a spiritual connection. It's like if you can sense someone's spirit, it's to the point where you know what they about to do, or you know, or you can tell if something's going on with them. Like, that's deep. That's serious to me. And you know,
you can see spirits. I'm just kidding. You got an issue with what I said?
I ain't said nothing.
Oh, okay.
I ain't said nothing.
I'm just doing a rain check on that.
Well, I'm just saying though, bro. I ain't saying nothing though. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just totally kidding. That it's not how I talk to him at all.
It's not.
It's not.
It was sexy, but no, it's not.
It's not an issue. It's not an issue.
No, it's not an issue at all, bro.
See, get away from me.
You should listen to when I pick up the phone and I don't know who the hell it is.
Right.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, who this is? Nah, bro, he ain't here. I don't even care. If I don't even know who it is, you're getting that voice. Don't call my phone.
Right.
Don't call my phone.
He will do it. Like, I have witnessed it. It's funny. It's hilarious. But yeah, it was just crazy. I just came home. He didn't even know. He was like, you home early? Really? And I was like, yeah, I gotta talk to you for a minute.
You don't come home till 2 a.m.
Right.
I'm just saying. I don't want to expose you, but
I mean, well, you can expose me now, cause that ain't no more. That's in the past now. But like, I just told him, I was like, this is what's going on. I just want to do a podcast about it. Like, again, maybe someone that's out there listening can kind of see. And the main reason, of course, of saying all of that, I also wanted you to, what's the word I'm looking for? Express I wanted you to express your feelings towards me saying, like, hey, I got fired. I just lost my job, like, to...
Well, I really didn't care.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, you having a job don't define you. Like, I've always been that strong head. Oh, I'm going to find something.
Right.
Like, so, and I know you're not the type of person that's just going to sit around in this house and like, well, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. Like, you're going to get out and go and find something. Just like you knew I was the type of person when I didn't have a job.
Y'all, I'm telling you, even before I just got this news from this job, I already was applying for different places and I already had 3 interviews. Now, those interviews, as far as how they went, was disappointing based on the job description. But at the end of the day, I'm not the type of person to just sit down and just sulk and just be in the bed with my head over the covers and just, stinking up the bed and stuff. I ain't been and took a shower, brushed a tooth, or nothing. Right?
Baby,
Please.
up over here
Please.
with them pheromones in your
Please. Now, what you not finna do?
You stop it.
But like, honestly, I can say that I was not raised to just sit there like a bump on a log and just give up. I mean, again, this whole situation that happened, it happened for a reason, but I mean, hey. But like I said, I just wanted the viewers to also like just hear your take back as far as like to let y'all know that in a relationship, of course there's frustration, but when you are open with your partner and you let them know how you're feeling, boyfriend, partner, wife, husband,
friend,
it doesn't matter.
Friend. That's why it's relationships
like,
more.
Right.
There's always more to the thing.
And at the end of the day, you
and
have
friends
to...
with benefits.
Well, you stop.
Oh, you know they out there.
But like, just letting people see, like, at the end of the day, yeah, bills have to be paid, stuff has to be taken care of. But when you
has to be shook, to make that money,
right? But at the end of the day,
you said right,
right. But at the end of the day, like, to have that person to support you instead of running out on you, like, that's very big for me. Some people have dealt with people just being there for the money. Oh, he work at that company. Oh, he stayed here. Oh, he got this, he got that. Let me go ahead and jump on that. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as all of that floats away, I can't do this no more. I can't.
Walk on out.
Right. They run. They leap. They leap on out the door, and it's just like, that's
like, bye, babe.
Right. And it's like, it's either that, or that's when the infidelity comes in. It's like,
baby, I don't cheat.
And I'm not saying that you do, but
I was just saying, and
in general,
like, just in general, period.
Right.
I don't cheat.
Right. No,
that's just something I just don't do if I don't want to. I feel like cheating is a way of me wasting my time. Mm-hmm. I'm wasting my time, and not only am I wasting my time, I'm wasting your time as well, because you can find somebody that was really for you, and I'm sitting up here stanking up the clouds.
Right. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
You can agree with that?
I can. I can agree with that.
Oh, yeah. Do your lips like this and say you can agree with that.
I'm not going to do that.
Why not?
I'm just not going to do that.
You don't want to do that?
I don't like you.
I don't care.
I don't like you.
I know you don't like me. You love me.
Yeah, I do love your your big old head self.
And that head big too.
Why you gotta put your hands on me? Put your hands on me like that.
Okay, I'm sorry. You gonna give me Oh, thank you so much. I've been needing this hug all day. Sugar plum. Because while we on the conversations of works and jobs and depression, let me just tell y'all something.
Oh, here you go.
Don't bring y'all ass to the girls and stuff. And be on that old lady shit like, this lady, she came into the register. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I work at, but some of y'all know where I work at. Okay. So she came up to the register and the lady was like, oh, you can take the lady behind me because I'm done. So she come up to the register and the lady, you know, I'm checking the shoe size. Hey, girl, you're going to be using the coupons, blah, 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 blah. Check both shoe size, make sure they're good. So I'm checking one of the sizes of the shoe. And the lady on the side is going to tell me, make sure you put that back in her shoe. Make sure you put that paper back in her shoe to keep it shape. I looked at her like, bitch, you don't mind your motherfucking business. I looked at her like, and this was early in the morning because, you know, I don't do.
Now, y'all, the thing about Jay, I feel like when you make that face, it's worse than you cussing somebody out. Because it's just like, the face is just like, I'm stabbing you like,
right, because it's like, mind your motherfucking business. It's a mind your motherfucking business face.
Like,
bitch, mind your business.
Like, die. Dead.
Me.
Spirit destroyed.
I looked at her like, girl, will you leave me alone? This is her shit. Why you over here in her purchase? You hit them nails clacking on the table.
Right.
This is her purchase.
Oh, you mad, huh?
You mind your business. Like T.S. Medicine, stay down there in the comment section. Tight. Somebody in the background. Tight, bitch, tight.
All right. Shout out to T.S. by the way.
Like,
you are awesome.
Propping T.S. Medicine up every single time.
I know. That's why I say, like, if
T.S. Medicine stop.
I'm not even gonna say if. When I really make it up there, like, if you don't get to it first, I'm gonna make sure that I say, Miss T.S., my boyfriend loves you. Like, he loves you. Like, every video that you've had, he has watched
me, baby.
Like, I got to, because I feel like, you know, I knew of T.S. Madison before, like, we met, but I wasn't, like, as on her as I am now. Like, to actually listen to her and some of the stuff that she talks about,
and it's real.
Right.
She talks about real everyday, day-to-day things.
Exactly. You know, and I feel like, though all of the negative energy, you know,
they put on her.
Right. Still, she overcame all that, and she's honest with herself. Better. She's honest with herself. She's honest with herself, and she just doesn't care what anyone else thinks.
Speaking of T.S. Madison, she got a book coming out about when she used to, you know, be an escort.
Wow.
And so, I definitely will be purchasing that.
That's what's up. Hey.
She got some story times, them Lipton tea hours, baby.
Oh,
that's all I'm
saying. Now that good old Lipton
hot nasty tea. Lipton tea hour.
Hot tea with the sugar and
that's
everything.
That's where I get the old nasty from. It's her. Every time I learn new twang, it's in her. New slang, new twang.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, like I said, from the episodes on her show that I've watched, or that you either sent to me or I watched on my own.
Supreme Court, yes, you better represent.
She's dope. I mean, she really is dope. She knows herself. That's one of the main things I respect about her. She knows herself. Mm-hmm. You know, and again, just not caring who feelings she hurts. If it's the truth, if it's on her mind, it's going to be published on this video.
Just like unedited. Like this video.
You kill
unedited like this video.
But yeah, like
unfacetuned like our photos.
Unfiltered.
I use a filter every once in a while.
But you don't have to.
I don't.
You don't need
I kind of like the blue look.
And not
when
like
it goes across my eyes.
And I actually like the dark.
Completely different.
Right. Told y'all random.
Oh.
But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to do this podcast because I just feel like, you know, people that may be struggling with the idea, like, man, my partner is going through it. I don't really feel like dealing with this. I want to leave. I want to run, you know. To really, sometimes your love get tested in different ways. Sometimes it can be financially. Sometimes it can be the company you keep.
My love ain't been tested yet. It
Neither
won't
have
get
mine.
tested.
Neither have mine.
It won't get tested either.
Neither have mine.
I tell you, if this is highly unlikely, but I'm just saying, if anybody famous was to walk up to me, Chris Brown, all of them, child, hey, yeah, you see,
and you know, goddamn well.
Oh, don't even motherfucker. Ooh, don't even play. I try my best not to do as much cursing, but don't even play.
So they gave you $1 million, you still win.
I would consult my boyfriend.
Like, babe.
Look, babe.
Look, we
finna get this money. Look, I got a bank account I gave. I went to set it up.
I'm so done. Y'all, that's how you do it. You don't have to leave them. Just let y'all come up with a plan. Get y'all both rich.
Nobody else though.
Right, yeah.
But if they give you that much money,
cause you know what, like, that's
you gotta question
what
they got though.
That's what I'm trying to.
If they give you that money, what they got?
That's what I'm trying to
I want to see the paper,
like
the slip.
The simple fact, like,
they probably so famous though they could just pay for the cure. Cause you know they got a secret cure. So, ooh, let me be quiet. They got a cure for everything. They just ain't release that shit.
As Jasmine Masters said, and ooh.
Them big old lashes just
right. Y'all know I got the quote because, again, you know, that's one thing T.S. Madison was talking about, you know, how these people taking, you know, slogans and stuff. I have to make sure I quote my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a thief.
Don't read me, read your Bible. That's her quote.
I'm just saying, you know? Just got to, you know, throw it out there. Like, we ain't trying to steal nobody quotes. I just feel like if you know that it's someone's quote,
at least at them or send them a check.
Or in your video, as such and such quoted. Begin quote. End quote. That's it.
Don't read me, read your Bible, said T.S. Madison.
Right.
It can even be small.
Right. But, I mean, again, it's crazy out here. It's like a lot of crabs out here. It's a lot of crabs that are trying to pull people down. You know, gimme, money, right?
Fat man,
Mr. Krabs, money. But like, all honesty though, like that is kind of like whack though. You know, you knowingly that this is someone's slogan or this is something that they have come up with, yet not only are you getting famous off of it, but you're not even giving them credit. Like, that's how lawsuits come
like this
in.
podcast. It's available many places. That's how to use it. Many places.
But yeah, man, like, I just want to thank you for being open-minded with me. Like, baby. Seriously, y'all, and I'm surprised he said, Cam, I'm tired.
Oh, man.
I'm tired of listening to you talk about the same thing over and over again. I keep giving you the same advice, and you keep being sad for whatever reason. Like, I believe that a normal person would just have a breaking point, be like, babe,
I'm not a normal
breathe.
person. No, I'm not a normal person.
Clearly, you're not normal because, you know, and clearly, I have no doubts that you love me. So that is what's most important. I thank you. I appreciate it. You know.
While we in the middle of wrapping this up, this podcast is available on Google Play, Spotify, iPodcast,
I hope,
and Anchor.
And Anchor.
And that's what We're gonna do it up. And it's also gonna be available on YouTube.
For our YouTubers. So yeah. Definitely what we are trying to do, and baby, if you agree with me, cool. If not, then we'll have to come up with something else. But what I was thinking our plan should be is that, of course, this is our YouTube channel, Cam and Jay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like
/jam
for Jay and Cam, right? But we're gonna put it on that page, and also this podcast will also be available on our individual pages as well. Just to kind of grab more viewers to so people can really tune in and really pay attention and listen.
Right.
We want to capture our audience not just for entertainment, but also to help people. Because again,
right.
You never know.
Because we give so much.
I think so.
Information on it, because like I was telling you before, like I have to think back on certain things that you said. Like I may have heard it, but I have to play it back. Mm-hmm. And one of my friends texted me, and she was like, "Yeah, I have to do that too. Sometimes I be trying to tell people that I have to do that, so now I can find the words and tell them that."
Right. Exactly.
So that's tea.
It is.
So it
is.
You better get it. Get it. All right.
So silly. Okay. Is there anything else that we've missed or we need to talk about? We
ain't missed nothing. We talked about work, depression, bitches trying us, thinking that you're slick, and we also threw Miss Miller in there.
Right. Guys, again, remember what I said. Depression is real. If you're going through it, you're not alone. I'm right here. I'm actually telling y'all that I'm experiencing it, and it's real. So just please don't be embarrassed to talk to someone. Right. I actually, in my last job, as Jay knows, I actually had to call the hotline for my job so they can find me someone, a therapist, to really talk. Because, babe, I don't know. If I hadn't talked about it and just let it fester and build in me, I probably would have been way worse than the things that have happened. So again, like if you are experiencing,
even
depression,
though the therapist be telling you the same thing that I just told you.
Yeah, but at the same time, I just may need extra ears. Hell.
Okay, baby, I ain't coming for you.
But, like, at the end of the day, like, you're experiencing depression, sadness, loneliness, drama in your life, school, feeling like you can't come to your parents, feeling like you trying to find yourself, whether it be, like, in the same sex or finding yourself as far as in what you want to do with the rest of your life. Like, talk to someone because it's good to talk. I know, again, I'm not trying to be racist or throw the black card, but, in a lot of black families,
Oh, that's just true. That's fact.
Well, it is facts. We don't discuss our personal on TV, you know what I'm saying? We don't discuss personal and talk it out and stuff, but to me, talking about it is helping. I'm not going to say that today is the last day that I ever feel depressed, but I'm just saying talking about it and understanding that I'm not being a burden to anyone by talking about it helps. It's like, well, even if I deal with it tomorrow, guess what? I got somebody to talk about it to.
Exactly.
Someone is really going to be there. So, again, if you feel some type of way, like, don't hesitate to talk about it. Even if you have to comment and subscribe, definitely please subscribe. But if you have to comment and say that you are experiencing, difficulty breathing, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, sadness, loneliness, frustrations, anything like that, like, comment. We'll try to do our very best to try to reach back out to you.
And we might even start giving out advice.
Yeah, definitely.
So if y'all write down in the comments,
definitely,
that's something that you want, we can do that.
Right.
We can make it happen. I know I give great advice.
Right. And even though, again, some people may feel like, well, how can you give advice and you going through it? Well, baby, that's the best advice you can get.
Exactly, the experience advice.
The experience. I know. I can honestly say. I know what you're going through,
exactly.
or I know, I understand because I've been through it or going through it.
Right.
So, yeah. Anything else?
No, I want to thank you guys. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you. And there goes the heads up. We want to thank you guys so much for listening in, and be sure to like and subscribe because we will be doing these twice a week.
Yes,
and maybe even pop-ups.
Yes, like this one was a pop-up.
Because when was the next one going to be? A Friday or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah.
Pop-up!
You know, that's how we do.
That's how we do.
Someone probably needed to hear it, you know?
Exactly.
So, that's what it is. But again, thanks, y'all. Deuces.
Thank you.
Y'all be safe. Much love. Peace. And again, comment, like, subscribe.